Hello there and welcome to another video, and we're going to be talking a little bit today about Leeds. Going to be learning about Leeds, not the entire history of Leeds and what they've been doing since they were relegated from the Premier League 16 years ago, but we're going to be looking at the Leeds that we're going to be dealing with not only this season, but as a Liverpool fan, we're going to be dealing with on Saturday as the Premier League starts again for the 2020-21 season. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if any Leeds fans do happen to watch this video, please do feel free to either correct anything that I say wrong, or just give me a little bit more insight into what we can expect from Leeds as well, because I genuinely really am interested in knowing. I'm going to come out and straight away say I'm not really a big Championship watcher of the Championship. I want to change that a little bit, going into this next season. But it's one of those things, I always say it, I'm going to watch La Liga, I'm going to watch Serie A, I'm going to watch every league, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I just end up watching the Premier League or the Champions League and stuff like that, maybe the odd game here or there. I am no expert about Leeds United at all. I went to university in Leeds, shout out Leeds Met, even though you're not called that anymore, never mind. But even so, I lived in Leeds for like 3.5 years, loved that city, absolutely fantastic city, and I do actually still wish I lived there. It was an awesome city. But what I want to look at, what are we going to expect from Leeds? Now, from few sources that I've seen, and obviously all the things that we hear throughout the season, things like Bielsa, the style of football that he's going to come and he's going to want played in the Premier League. You hear of the managers that he's inspired, people like Pep Guardiola, to name just one. They look at Bielsa as almost like this professor of football, the footballing style, the high pressing. But it's not just high pressing, especially not in the Championship. And I know that there's obviously a lot of things that can happen from the Championship into the Premier League. Things change. Things aren't always the same. We've seen teams that do really well in the Championship. Probably Norwich would be the best example. And then they did not make a dent on the Premier League. Yes, they beat Man City, but they didn't really make a dent. Didn't impose themselves on the league at all after doing really, really well in the Championship. I personally feel this style of play that Bielsa is going to come in with Leeds, obviously, they're going to cope with this league a lot better than I think a lot of people are expecting. I think a lot of people are expecting Leeds to come in and maybe do like a Fulham a couple of years ago, or maybe do like a Norwich. From my perspective, I'm expecting Leeds to do like what Wolves have done. Have that sort of trajectory. Same with Sheffield United, especially about the style of play. That's one of the things that you have to credit Sheffield United and Chris Wilder for, is keeping the style of play. Leeds do the same thing. They're going to cause a lot of teams up and down the league, from the top 6 to the bottom of the table. They're going to cause teams problems. The one game that I have seen of Leeds all the way through, watched the entire game, was Arsenal versus Leeds. And it was pure domination from Leeds, especially in that first half. I believe that the final result was 1-0 to Arsenal. But Leeds were more than competitive. Before that half-time came, Leeds absolutely could have been out of sight. They could have had maybe 4 or 5 goals. They were absolutely dominant. And I truly believe that with the acquisition of Rodrigo, those chances that were missed, they could, if they get converted by a striker like that, other acquisitions that they make, and then keeping the core of the team, or the majority of the team that they had last season as well. All right, they're going to miss out, on Ben White, but I'm pretty sure there is someone else that he's bringing in. I can't remember if he was a German centre-back or something like that, but there's definitely someone that he's bringing in to partner. I think it's Liam Cooper. It's one of those things. I think if they keep that same core, Rodrigo up front, that could seriously make a massive difference. Leeds will still do the high pressing. They will still do the intense but really accurate passing moves. The patience that they seem to have with passing moves as well. Some people may call it overplaying, and sometimes it doesn't always result in anything. but it does mean that they are able to impose a lot of control on games. Now, yes, we're talking about the Championship, but there's going to be plenty of teams that they're going to be able to exploit with this style of play. High intensity pressing, high accurate passing, chance creation is absolutely brilliant. And then when I look at this stat and it says big chances that were missed, Patrick Bamford missed 33 big chances just in the Championship, never mind other competitions. Jack Harrison misses 12, Stuart Dallas misses 7. Those are the 3 top big chance misses, but you put them all together, that's 52 chances missed. That's 52 chances at possibly putting the ball in the back of the net. Now, bringing someone in like Rodrigo from Valencia, who is very, very good in the box, also outside the box, but is a quick, pacey striker as well, good with both feet, gives them a very good option, a very good outlet. Yes, he's not proven in the Premier League, but it gives them something a little bit different, because Patrick Bamford isn't going to be a reliable goal scorer in the Premier League. He started off in the Premier League. He was at Chelsea, I believe it was. Obviously couldn't make the grade there. I don't think he's going to make the grade here either. They've addressed that. They've addressed that by bringing in another striker, an exciting striker. And it will be exciting to see what they do with a new striker, with other players coming in, I'm sure, as well. I think that Leeds are going to do well. I'm going to do a Leeds versus Liverpool preview for the weekend, so I'm not going to preview that one here. But what I will say about that game, opening day of this Premier League season for us, Liverpool, my team. I'm excited to see Liverpool play. I'm excited to see what Leeds are going to bring. I don't think it's going to be an easy game whatsoever. And I think that Leeds are going to cause a lot of teams more problems than people are probably expecting. Now, this is maybe also a little bit, the way I look at every single game in the Premier League, from a bottom of the table all the way up to whoever's first, second, whatever, whether it's us in first or whatever. I look at each single game with the same sort of, not worry, but with the same amount of respect. And I don't think that Liverpool are going to walk through Leeds. I really don't expect that. I really don't. I think it's going to be a much more competitive league up and down. But I think Leeds are going to have a pretty good return to the Premier League. I'm not saying or expecting that Leeds are going to go, right, they're back in the Premier League after 16 or 17 years and they're going to finish in the top 10, top 8, top 6, whatever. If they do that, absolute scenes, absolute madness. We've seen Alan Pardew do it with Newcastle when they got promoted, and they went and finished 5th. Unbelievable. That would be incredible. Absolutely. If Leeds can finish anywhere around like the 10th position, 11th position, fairly comfortable, not in a relegation battle, maybe pushing the other teams that are in the top 10, because let's also not disrespect the teams that are already in the top 10, then that's a good season, that's a good return to the Premier League. But I do genuinely believe that Leeds are going to bring a lot more problems for teams than they expect. Just based on the style of play that they have, how fluid their football can be, their passing moves. I've talked about it before. Their passing moves are really, really good. Really good, really impressive, really nice to see. Those types of passing moves that make you sit there and just watch the whole sequence like this, looking at it going, and it's almost like watching like ping pong. You're watching the ball go in accurate, but you can see positions, patterns of play, not positions. You can see patterns of play happening all over the pitch. You see people moving, anticipating, and what that is it's good coaching. Very, very well drilled, intensely drilled training and coaching. That's why it's important for Leeds to keep the core of players, or keep as many players as they can that they had in the Championship, supplement it with a couple of signings, which it looks like they're doing, to improve and also take their game up just that little bit of an extra level which you need in the Premier League. And if they keep that same style of play, I think they're going to be an exciting team to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the Premier League. I'm not looking forward to coming up against them on the first day of the Premier League season, but it's just because I get nervous. I'm nervous about every single game that Liverpool play. But I'm excited for the return of Leeds. This isn't a history lesson on Leeds. It's about what we should expect when they hit the Premier League.
and they have got a good chance of possibly hitting the ground running if Liverpool don't turn up. That's all I'll say about that one so far for now. I will be doing ones on the other teams, West Brom and Fulham as well. Just short videos. These are meant to be short videos, but I waffle a lot. But they're probably shorter than a lot of my other videos anyway. But if you like these types of videos, obviously there's only going to be 2 more coming, but I want to focus a little bit more on teams up and down the league as well. Possibly do a Premier League prediction video, but I genuinely try and do them, and I forget to post them most of the time. Have done for the last 2 seasons anyway. But let me know what you think in the comments below. How are you feeling about Leeds coming into the Premier League? I know Man United fans, you guys have got a history with Leeds, and you guys hate each other, stuff like that, whatever. But I'm excited to see them come back. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What would you expect from Leeds as well coming into the Premier League? Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.